Hello, hello. Okay, let me just check my mic's working well. Welcome on in, you guys. I'm I went on pretty quickly. I didn't give you guys much of a chance, but it took me a while to get my ducks in a row for tonight's reading. I'm going to be doing a Summer Moon Wells reading over the photos that I have gathered. Why is this new information? And why is it that I put on there, I think I put breaking news or something. Let's see. Hi, welcome on in. I put on the front cover, let me look. Um, Here it is. This Summer Wells, June 15th, 2021. And I use this as a photo. New update. I consider this a new update. Hey, Shakester Fish Smith, G.H. White. Hi, you guys. Um, I consider what I'm going to be telling you a news update because I've never really focused in on this particular group. I went back to, I'm going back in videos from the beginning because the story, doing good over here. The story of Summer Moon Wells from here, from WCA Network, the truth and the story was told from the beginning, and it's not changing. It's not changing. Summer, there's a lot going on outside just of children. This isn't just about Summer Moon Wells. Their story is called The Summer Moon Wells Missing Children, and it bleeds into adults, teenagers, humans. And I went back to a channel called Jacob's Water. Jacob's Waters. When I show the video and the information, you'll know. Um, the one face that I kept clear, always kept clear in my third eye. Well, not just this one person. It's a multiple of people, right? Like Benny Keys. This guy Faith is a character that shows up in almost every kind of video where I speak about the deep fake and the deep deception of digital deception and distortion and the story, he seems to always be there. This guy. That's Faith Davidson. I've said a lot about this guy because he brought he brought the media and us as people that are watching Summer Moon Wells to him, right? And then he put out there that he had Summer Moon Wells in his basement. Well, this guy shows up in the videos that mean so much. His videos actually match up to my visions perfectly. Way back, way back in 2021, when I was just talking, I didn't know that I could use photos like I do. You know, I was using cards and pendulums, and I just kept seeing the story in front of me as if I'm watching a movie. And I would write it down. And then I started looking at videos. And then I realized that the videos and the pictures were speaking to me as I sought the truth through them. Part of my story that was very critical for the children was a part of the story that the children showed me. They get taken away in busloads. They have a massive travel in front of them. When they're gone, they're gone. You have no idea where they are. And when the parents say they're going to pass those tests because they're telling the truth, when the parents say they're just gone. They're just gone. I don't know what happened. They're just gone. Well, they're telling the truth. And they're also telling the truth that they don't know where they are. And they're also telling the truth they're not exactly sure who took them. Because it's a group of people. And in the beginning, I told a story about how Summer Moon Wells, they got on these buses after a little bit of a trip, right? But it wasn't easy to get on and off these buses. But what they wound up doing for Summer Moon, the Summer Moon that we know, you guys, there's so many different Summer Moons. So when I say Summer Moon, there wasn't just the one that we knew of. I truly believe that the Wells know what I'm talking about. There's more. There were more than one. I could bank on it. And let me tell you, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I have no fucking idea if it's right or wrong. I don't know. Until we're told it's right or wrong. We don't know anything. We don't. We could only give the story to the best of our ability to how we see it. They go to these houses, these dungeons, these horrific places that have multiple rooms that are separated by clear walls. I said this in 2021. And there's a stage that they present themselves and they get ranked and they get bought. I finally saw a photo from this guy, Faith Davidson's videos from Jacob Waters. And when I saw this picture, my heart fell. I'm like, that's the room. Everything inside my body was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the room. I got a picture from these Faith videos that show me a room. Now, again, I don't know what Faith does. I don't know anything about him, whatever his name is. The image that was given through their videos is the closest image that I've ever seen to this room. I'm like, I gotta go back to this guy's information. And that's when I pulled together my presentation for tonight. Because what I realized and noticed is that this face is everywhere. His face is everywhere for me. In the videos that give me the sacrifice information, give me Faith Davidson. I see sacrifice here. On the bottom, I'm going to show you. Anything that I have pulled together has brought me consistently back to this guy's information. Again, I am not saying He's the one. What I am telling you is his information that I look at. It it hits me in my spiritual self. It hits me where like I have to take a very quick deep breath as if the children look at like let me give you an example what I'm talking about before I go into the presentation. Okay, it happened again. When I look at this picture, I get a feeling that goes from my stomach area core through my chest into my chest and it warms it, meaning that this is familiar. Yeah, it is familiar to the children, and that's how I get readings. And this is how I get readings. And I pull together my presentation based on this. Summer Moon Wells, December 7th. Hold on. Make sure this is the right one. December 7th, A. Summer Moon Wells. Hold on. Is one of the most important humans that is helping bring justice to all these children in her very own way. May it be the summer moon that is 5 years old. May it be the summer moon that is 11 years old. Right? These photos, which I wasn't going to start with, and I am, it did it again. Right in my chest bone. These are sacrifices that I see, and this is how it is. They have white faces, they wear these outfits, they have masks, they have hats. And what I'm looking at are sacrifices going into the room of sacrifice. When I saw these, I I went back because I'm like, there's the mask, there's Summer Wells in the middle, and these are sacrifices. And every time I say it, I get that feeling in my chest. One of Summer Moon Wells' very last photos that I believe was with Benny and Candace at the pool. And the picture that you're looking at there is a photo that I have that I pulled aside from when Benny was at the pool with um, Candace. And I said, next stop, Benny takes a swim with Candace. And I said that this reminds me of what I see as far as a sacrifice. You don't have to see it to know what I'm talking about. You what I'm telling you is I see Summer, and I see her in this situation. Whatever that pool thing was, I saw Summer with that mask on her head. at the pool. I'm showing you information because Benny Keys is the one who really truly kept bringing me back to faith in these pictures, in the story. So each and every time that I watched a video like this, all I saw were the dungeons, were what's going on beneath the ground, inside the tunnels. I don't, I do not think, I know it's not easy to understand or to see, right? That's why I'm explaining it. Oh, nothing but love. Gifted Psychic Readings membership. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. Which that intro brings us right to Summer Moon. Summer Moon Wells. Summer Moon Wells. During this video, I saw a little image between the clips of the clips of the clips. And that image is what you see in the bottom left-hand corner. Now, this was stuck in there. And I knew in my heart that somewhere the children have an in and out tunnel, have an in and out doorway. This was stuck in between Candace's video. I thought this was important in 2021. I still think it is because whatever I'm going to even go through over today brings me to locations like this. They're underground. They're not locations that you just, stumble on. You're not going to find it if you're just walking through a forest. It's not like that. It wasn't like that for Michael Vaughn either. Michael Vaughn, how I see it, is a Summer Moon Wells case. Everything about this little boy, everything about his presence to me, his energy, the people that surround this case. Abby, this is a summer sacrifice. I am showing all this to you because I am bringing it all into the tunnels that I have Faith Davidson in. All of this is a part of it. These are sacrifices. This is how they found those girls. Like this, with the sticks over them. The sticks over them. The symbols, the F. The swimming hole. The story was not told to us correctly. Summer Moon Wells' story was a sacrifice that no one's going to talk about. Summer Moon Wells' story was this. They had the exact same sticks sitting in the exact same position as they found in this case. I think that was for Abby. There's no difference. You know that nobody talks about these things, and these are the things that are really truly important to bring to surface, because this is what brings justice to the children. How is it that this isn't discussed or it's not talked about? How is it that they don't talk about how all of this is the same? How Candace went over to the well, the water well, and she sat and stared. This comes from her. She sat and stared at those sticks in front of the well. She stared at them. Whenever I see boxes like this with the 5, I'm going to show you how these boxes really, really line up with what I'm showing you today. This farm was busted a while back. This farm was busted. The video that I got half of my information from is when Faith Davidson walked through this farm. He did I don't know what it's called, but he was in this farm, Benton Farm. Now, this may not be his station, but he was in this video. This, to me, is what the children recognize as the room. This, to me, sends that feeling, that intuitive psychic feeling through me. It is so strong for me. Now, this room here, I had it as like an octagon. There's rooms, and then there's, oh, it even has stairs. So they get put in these rooms. They get put in these rooms in groups. They're grouped off. They go in groups. They're taken in groups and they stay in groups. This here would be how a child stays in a room like this. Oh man, you guys, this is exactly what I gave a reading on. I said their rooms are, it's literally making me sick. Now, I am not saying that this is the room. What I'm telling you is this hits me so fucking hard that, spiritually speaking, this is as true of a photo image that I could show you. Now, I could have taken this from any other channel. It doesn't matter about the channel. It's not about the channel. It's about the image. It's about this image. And it's about the main stage. So this here would be the main stage. This is the main stage. I showed something like this to you when Dolly Vision went to the hippie house. And I showed you a photo. I'm like, let me see, hippie. Photos, I'm like, this is like the main stage. Hippie house. Dolly. Let's see if I could find it. Dolly. Um, I moved his stuff in so many different places. Hippie. So much. I have so much on Dolly that I can't even. Let me put if it's hippie. Nope. House. Nope. Check this one more time. Because it's, to me, it all resembles the same thing. So what I'm trying to show you is I try to show you bits of information that I've been showing you. And this would be something of what the main stage looks like. These two images, which were taken at Benton Farm. This is inside that farm. This, to me, is what the equipment in these rooms look like. There's machinery. These kids go through horror. And they're looked at as rituals, right? So whatever they're doing to these people is stuff that we don't really have words for. So when I show you this, and this has Faith's name in here, and I'm about to show you a head on a platter in his videos, and I show you heads on platters all the time, but nobody wants to look at this as real. They want to just blow it off. These are people that they say the word Summer Wells. Those words come out of their mouth. People that don't know about her don't talk about her. But what you see around his neck and all of that stuff is the same as I'm showing you from all the videos. No different. Jody Sue Brown shows it all the time. All the time. It's the same situation. I say, head on platter. So maybe her head's on a fucking platter, but this is what I see in my third eye. So when I look at pictures, I can look at a black wall and see a whole story. You're not going to see the story on a black wall. I'm seeing a story. I don't know when I'm going to see it. I just see it. And it's shown like this to me. And then I give you a reading. So I'm not really sure what the TBI and the FBI are doing. So this here is the group, and I believe that that is Faith. I feel like it's the same person. This is the Gabby Petito. This picture comes from Gabby Petito. Do you know that when they do the car and they show her car in the Gabby Petito videos, they have images that show up that spell out sacrifice, that spell out, you missed me. You don't see me. You wrote me off. Because this here is what the faces look like. This is in Gabby Petito's video. Sacrifice. This should not be in her video if it meant nothing. That's why I call it digital distortion. Digital distortion is what brings me to these elements. To show you that these kids go underground. Underground. And they're messed with. I know that the person up to the left calls himself something else, but I call them all Faith Davidsons. In all of my videos, I call them Faith Davidsons. I see it in Ryan Upchurch's. This guy in Ryan Upchurch's is in videos with Faith. So like there's a very common there's something very common about all of the videos that I have, and they're all around the same group of people, but yet they're not involved, but yet they're all in each other's videos, kind of talking about the same thing, and I get all these pictures from their videos. You see, is that just because it's commonplace? So if you were looking to any of these videos and any of the small little photos, you'd be very surprised of the story that it tells. Kylie Rodney, oh, she was a sacrifice because that Faith, oh, why'd I say that? I was about to say that Faith is right there. This here is Kylie Rodney's video when she's with her boyfriend by the water. You see that face? It's the same looking face. It shows up in the kooky people that talk about summer. This one shows up, this one I think is from, I always forget his name. Isn't that funny? I always forget his name. But these are faces. See? They show up in the people that I follow. and it screams Summer Moon Wells. It screams sacrifice because the pictures that I'm showing you today from this guy's video is this. It's this. These guys, it's the same fucking thing. To me, these are all the same masks. All of them. Where is... That's weird. Where did my presentation go? Let's see. There's the head. That. Here we go. These are the same, you guys. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. There is no difference. They're all going through the same kind of sacrifices that people don't want to talk about. They're all wearing the same kind of masks. They're all using the same equipment. But it's something that is very hush hush. The sacrifices are very real. Andy, Hunter's father, shows me pictures like this. The people that I believe, some people that are on YouTube use the weaker people to tell the story of those that are being um, tortured. For example, this guy, let's just use him as an example. He would be an example of someone that's being tortured. And they always have some sort of equipment on their heads like this. This is real, you guys. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to, because it is scary and you really don't want to know. But the equipment and what they're doing here is being done. And I do believe that somewhere, somehow, it's getting through digital distortion, like it's being shown. Why would Dolly Vision have the same kind of nose placed on his face as Enon from the Idaho 4? Now, Enon, his fire, doing the fire, which I called a sacrifice because I saw a sacrifice, is exactly what I'm going to show you tonight. It's a fire that Faith Davidson is like basically in charge of. It's the same looking thing as I looked for Enon's fire. Now they said that his fire was done the night before the murders. No, the night of the murders. The night of the murders, this dude was doing fire throwing. He was doing fire throwing. Fire, Idaho 4, here we go. The images that I'm going to show you tonight match what Enan did the night that they were murdered. And all of these images in the fire are the same images that I'm showing you tonight. They match. They don't just match a little bit, they're the same. So I pulled out images from Enan's way back when. I'm like, um, these are sacrifices. This is not him throwing fire. This is exactly what I'm showing you in the video that I have for you guys. This is what they showed. They are sacrificial, whatever you want to call it, images. And I'm going to show you how these are the same. Because if you look super close, that's not Enan. It's not even his face. Nobody wants to talk about it. You see, nobody wants to talk about what's inside these videos. There were videos that were within the same time frame. I see this as part of the sacrifice. And I'm gonna wait, let me bring up one of these pictures. What's in here, which is down the ways, like page 70 something. It's the same thing. This is Enan's. This isn't a fire. This is a sacrifice. You know, let me see if I could find one that's closer to that one. Let's see. Look at these. Do you see? I want you to look at the symbolic pieces, the symbolism that's going on here. I said that this was a part of their murder, and it was just sent right away. I see that there are victims that are within these tunnels that are being used as the victim because they're weaker, and no one's gonna miss them, and no one knows who they are, and no one's looking for them. They take these people. Why am I talking about this with Summer Moon Wells? Because Summer Moon Wells and the children know what this is, or I wouldn't be shown it. Do you understand that the kids get attached to these kind of pieces of equipment? This is what they're used for, things like this. They go in all different directions, but this is very common. I don't see how this could be so difficult to find. If in fact they know what they're looking for. This guy, so I put the picture in the right into chat, and I asked it to interpret it, and when chat GPT interpreted it, that's how it interpreted it, as a baby was sitting on his lap. That's how it was interpreted. So the one to the left was chat's interpretation to the one to the right. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. I'm like, oh, if that's how I see it, let me see if chat sees it the same way. They did. Babies, babies, they get taken in things like this. They get taken and they're gone. Summer Moon Wells was taken and gone. Rooms with equipments, tons of rooms with equipment. There's a lot going on. It's a mess. I show this picture of Summer Moon all the time, you guys, because it is critical. If you take Summer Moon Wells's car video and play it slowly and take the footage from in between the frames, you're going to get this. I did not create this. It comes right from the video. There's the timestamp. Comes right from the videos. I don't create this. It is shown to me and I take a screenshot. That's it. I don't change it. If this is a Summer Moon Wells picture, this is far from a photo of her in the car with milk jugs. Why? Is because that was the cover up to the truth. In the case of Summer Moon Wells, that case was covered up. I always went to Ryan Upchurch, even though it's got nothing to do with him. His background pictures. I always went into the darkness to do a reading of Ryan Upchurch. I don't know why. I just do. There's certain people that I get a very high reading on, and it's nothing to do with him. I don't know him. I don't claim anything to be true. What I'm saying is his energy of his videos and his images give me a very strong reading. And I see that the kids they move through, the darkness like this. They move through darkness. And I see summer as like a moving through darkness, like what I see in Ryan Upchurch's video. Like the speckles and how she's laying to me is how the children that are taken when they're sacrificed, this is equipment. Let me show you what I mean. That the equipment is very similar. Yeah, because this picture's small. The equipment is this. So when I look at Ryan Upchurch's video, that gives me, I see equipment like this. And I see Summer Moon Wells laying on equipment like that, as if she's like a very critical, a very important human um, that was taken, like, which we know she was, because her story, it sticks out more so than many other stories. I can't understand, why I'm going to turn this, why it would be, the head is like that. Wait, let me sit Summer up maybe. Okay, I'm going to show you. So somehow this is what the equipment looks like to me. And these children sit inside this equipment. See, this is Summer. And when I say I see them in this kind of equipment, it's something like this. And then the equipment turns. Like, let me turn it. Wait. I'm trying to do this story here for you. Okay. Put her in here. Like that. And then turn, you guys. Here. Okay, so that's what happened. So it's more like this. I just turned it. I'm going to take a screenshot. Wait, cancel. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm going to just copy and paste. So this is what I came up with. So this is the equipment. And if I lay it down this way, Summer would be laying in this equipment. Like this. Let me get rid of the bottom. Trying to make it as clear as possible. Okay. So when I say Summer is not in a car, that the car is a cover-up, I see her more so in something like this, like in a piece of equipment, like this. So when I look at, Ryan Upchurch, it's not like I'm saying, oh, Ryan Upchurch has the equipment. What I'm telling you is he gives me the opportunity to grab that image and place Summer in here. Because by no means, see, this is this over here to the left. By no means was Summer in a car. No way. No way. She was not in a car. She was traveling like this. And this is no car. Just isn't. So when I look at photos like this, you could read into it. Maybe you can't. But I get these from Ryan Upchurch. And I think about the sacrifices. I think about the big ones, the little ones, the teeny ones, the embryos, the unborn. Like they do all this shit to every kind of human. That's what I get from this. And it's what I see. It's what I know from. And these are very critical pieces. What is going on here? What is this? This is weird. What is this? 38. This is creepy. I don't know what happened to this picture. So it turned itself because it wasn't that way, it was the other way. And this seriously matches what I'm showing you down here. Grab a picture. At least one of them. Copy. I wasn't expecting that. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so now we're getting more into his photos. So these are all Faith Davidson. And I grab the photos that are between the frames, right? So what's between the frames, I call digital distortion, which is not the truth. The truth is what you see in the bigger picture. These are victims that get taken, televised. Everything that you could think of is what's happening to these people. So when I look at him, what it tells me is the one that is creating these sacrifices and is in charge of these groups hides within these masks. In Summer Moon Wells's case, this mask was on David Dotson in the church. I see this mask over here. David Dotson had this on him at the church, and I saw that was a sacrifice at the church. This should not be ignored. Because these photos are somewhere in there. And this torture thing that goes around their neck, I see it. I see it on the children. I see it. I see it as a head on a platter. Like I see something on the neck. It keeps the neck up, up, and straight up. I don't know if the rest of their body is underground, but this is what it looks like. This. The one to the left has a mask on their face. But I'm not showing you anything new. I'm re-showing you all the same information that I see Summer Moon Wells in. Summer Moon Wells' case was used for a case that we saw many ages of different summers that went through and are still going through torture that looks like this, you guys. This here is not his coat. Thank you for those thumbs up. If you guys could look at this is not his coat. If you could take a moment to subscribe and to put your thumbs up, that would be so appreciated. Very much so. Thank you. But these are pieces that this isn't the first time. If you've been watching my channel, you're like, Lori's been trying to show this shit, this equipment and these pieces, and since June 16th, 2021. I just keep re-showing the same freaking shit. Nothing different. Like I've shown this stuff on Benny Keys 100 times. Hundreds of times. There's no difference. It's just another person that has all the same shit. Underground, all the same story, all the same equipment, and the same masks. No one wants to look at it. No one wants to look at the victim behind, looking through that plastic. In the same kind of situation I've shown you over and over, Molly Golightly showed me this all day long. All day long, I had Molly Golightly's videos that showed these images over and over. How about Bunny Keys? Over and over. We had little faces just like that. Like pretend if you could just imagine them sitting in a fake car on the other side and looking through this plastic. Like this, they would be sitting in the fake car. That's how I see it. Whatever that is, this is it. Whatever that is in this video. Whatever it is, the person with the mask is consistently behind this guy. Look closely behind him. It's consistently the same mask that I'm showing you in Kylie Rodney's video. It's there. And I've been looking at this stuff for such a long time that it shows itself very clearly to me. Why the fuck would he still have this in every one of his videos? That's the same mask I keep showing you. Why wouldn't they investigate Kylie Rodney anymore? Why did they just put it to rest? Don't know why. But this here, you guys, is the same damn thing. He's right there. Here, let me try to put a copy, paste. Right there. There are the eyes. You guys see that? Put a number 1. Yes, 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 you do. Thank you. That's the Kylie Rodney story. It's a Summer Moon Wells story. All the stories that I'm showing you that have that same information. Gabby Petito. I call them all Summer Moon Wells because Summer Moon Wells, here's Gabby Petito. Summer Moon Wells is the one who brought all of this to surface and began to show us the truth. She did. What is the difference between what is on Faith Davidson or what is here? Nothing. There's nothing different. Nothing. It's the same. Here, I'm going to brighten this up. do the contrast. It's the same message. It's the same hidden face. Let me open this up. Let me open this up and show you how this is Kylie. Let me see how much of this I have. Oh, oh, here. This is the pants. These are her boyfriend's pants right there. They're the pants, and there's the head. Seriously, what the fuck, right? Nobody, nobody cares. Do you understand? His fucking eyes are right there. No one cares. That shit's around his neck. Here's the mask. This is the mask that is much closer to Kylie, Gabby Petito's with those stripes on it. It's the same. And that is a head with a mask. Period. This is now I know I brightened this up and it ruins it, but you do see the story in here. There's a fire, but this is a sacrifice that the children went through. This is what his video is on. You've seen this shit before. What you see here, these are the smallest of the smallest of the smallest pictures. These are the teeny, teeny pictures that are on the bottom of the video. These are the smallest of the photos. This is um, part of his other video. These are all from the same person's videos that Faith Davidson is in. And it shows this little girl. And I did this like this so you guys could take your own hand, take a screenshot of whatever you want here, and blow it up on your own computer. And you tell me what you see. If you get the right one, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna show you what I have. But I take the pictures and I make them, the smaller you make them, the more you could see. So here's the fire sacrifice. When I feel as if when I put it like this, multiples, you could see the details way better. Because here, I'm going to show you a few that match elements to other sacrifices that I've shown you, like Enon's. This here, that little fucker on the top, I've been following that little fucker thing on the top since June 16, 2021. It looks like a joker, whatever it is, with a long head or an E or whatever that is. It's coming out of the fire. I'm fucking following. So if you take screenshots of this, you're not going to see what you're supposed to see. You're going to see Summer and Wells' story, period. I mean, I would think you would, maybe you won't. I shouldn't say you're gonna. Thank you for those ones, because you might not. But when I look at this, and then I show you, again, I'm going to show you pictures of Enon. They're the same. They're the same. Here, wait, let me grab a little one. Here's Enon. Copy. So when I say I'm looking at all these little elements in this fire, same elements that I've been looking at since the first fire on the Wells property. They did the fireworks, same thing. It's the same thing, you guys. These are the same elements. They're telling the Summer Moon Wells missing children's story. They're telling the story of the victims. They're telling the story of the victims. That's how I see it, and I'm sticking to it. So this video here is no different than what Enon is showing here. There is a victim in the fire. The victim is in dark. You see, I wish, what I wish is that someone would come forward and just tell the story of these children. Someone that has been there, someone that has seen it, someone that wants to come forth and not give their name. Because these sacrifices like this, and this one that I'm taking from his video, I don't see any difference. That's how Summer Moon Wells wound up. Somehow her story was out there. And here, let me turn this. You'll see what I mean. You turn this. So this here would be a summer moon. Sitting, look at how this all matches. This here would be a summer moon. A sacrifice. The heart is in front of there. It's a sacrifice. And when I tell you that I see images like this when I look at Ryan Upchurch's, it's got nothing to do with Ryan Upchurch. Images are images. Everyone sees different images, right? You may see it, you may not see it. It really doesn't matter. But when I showed you this, you turn it. This here, and I say it's the same thing, it's because I see the same thing. See? This is the same thing. They're in something. So when I see an image, the image I see doesn't change. The way it's presented to me changes. You may see a blob, which is fine, but this is what I see and hear. This is what I see during her swing video. Is this. Everyone sees things differently and in different timing. And these are rooms. These are rooms. And there he is on the right side with the white mask, which he may just wear a white mask just for the shits and giggles. I'm telling you that white mask is very familiar in these cases. All these masks are. These might be hard to see. So here's what this is a fire that they're showing. Um, you guys, I'm just sitting here freaking repeating myself. And somewhere along the way, I would think this would need to be looked into because I don't see what they're saying. You know, maybe they won't because it's me saying it, but there comes a time where you got to do something different to get different results. Like, those are eyeballs. Like, come on, you guys. To do something different to get different results because this here is familiar to you guys. If you've been following me for all these years and I'm showing you this, you're going to be like, "Oh yeah, that's familiar. Oh, I get that." Really? That's in the middle of Faith Davidson's video. That is Summer Moon Wells and in so many videos that I have, this is what she looks like. That. And throughout the video, they have, this is what it looks like. This is their video. There's the E, the 5, whatever you want to call it. And that's just a sacrifice. I don't see that any different than anything else I've shown you guys. This is Summer Moon Wells's story. This is the story. And I've really had one too many videos of this guy presenting this information. One too many videos where it just all matches up, all of this matches up with things that I've shown you in the past. All these people look familiar. The girl on the bottom looks like Candace. The guy on the top looks like Hunter's father. And then you've got this Andy, not Andy, Faith. Maybe Andy, I don't know. I said Andy. There's a reason maybe I said Andy. I don't know. But I know that these characters take on different channels. And on this channel, everyone to me looks familiar. And every one of their videos just is all the same. They have the exact same elements that I've been watching and showing you guys. I don't like it. I personally don't like it. I'm uncomfortable with it. Like, I'm really uncomfortable with it. Like, I've shown, it's like I'm showing the same building over and over and over. Like videos, certain videos have the exact same information. And how is that possible if they're different channels and they're different people? But it's like they have the same information that I see beneath their information here. That's what's here. I've showed you this. There's a person here. See, these I see a sacrifice to the right. I'm going to show you. And there's always something in the mouth, just like what you see here. I'm going to change the color, take the yellow out, contrast up. So, and they're always underground. So, so this is the setup. So this is the setup. This is the setup, right? I've been showing you this, right? But this is a different angle. There's a sacrifice in there. His head is above ground. He's got something in his mouth. I'm gonna crop the person so you see the person. Okay, so here's the human. Here. Here's the human. And this is, and see how he has something in his mouth? Oh, you guys give me number one? Oh, thank you, thank you. This is the human. And this is what happens, you guys. Sharpness. Maybe I did the sharpness and that helped. Thank you. So why wouldn't this be looked into? I mean, so this is the human. Behind him is a number five. What it could be a five, it could be an E, it could be metal. I don't know, but I see the number five. This here is the human. In here, and this is a sacrifice. He's got something in his mouth, like Summer had, and this is a sacrifice. That's what it is. And it's in the video, but it's not, you guys, it's the same. We're seeing it the same way as we have been seeing it. I'm showing it the same way. Here's the sacrifice. Here's the room. I'm going to turn it because the room doesn't look that way. I have to turn it. Wait. Boom. I've shown this to you so many times. I have to turn it. This is what this is what these places look like. And a sacrifice, just like I showed you, is to the left. This is a person. That. Thank you for those ones, you guys. So Summer, this is one of her last pictures was like this with those hearts around her and it was white. It's just like that. Why do I have her here? Allie Carter. Man, Allie Carter's videos. Whew. Allie Carter's videos need a looking at. Because her videos, she has different people in there. It's not her. I mean, this is what's in her video. It's not her. So I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I don't spend any time on her like I used to because it's a waste of my time. It's a waste. It just, all I see are victims. All I see are not the same people she says she is, and it's too frustrating to me, and her information for me isn't worthy enough for me to keep looking at. I don't know how else to put it, just isn't. So, this is when I see babies. This is his channel, not his channel. This isn't his channel, but this is where I keep seeing a Faith Davidson who was on this channel. This is the same video, but this is when I see little babies attached to him. Change the color. And this baby has the same thing in its mouth, right there. Take a screenshot and you could ask ChatGPT what it sees. And let ChatGPT let it give you an interpretation. He's going to interpret, he's going to tell you there's a baby. Thank you for those ones. You know, a lot of these channels get cocky. They get cocky. Let me blow this up. You blow this up, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here, you guys. I've watched this girl's videos. She's on this channel often. Um, I'm very concerned about these videos. Very. I go through them a lot. Um, Something isn't correct. I personally don't like it at all. Wait. December. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to run a video and just give you a little example of how I retrieved the information that you see here. Because not everyone has seen me do it. And then I do a reading on it, right? Let's see. Let's see if this is a good one. Okay, let's do this live. Okay, hold on. This, oh, you couldn't hear me. Oh no, you couldn't hear me. This is the trophy. This is the trophy, you guys. Right here. And that's right in the corner here. Oh, I have sound now. Sorry about that. You got the sound now? Hi, hi. One, two, three, four. Um, when you go between the frames, that is when I have the best presentation. You guys hear me now? So this here, watch what's going on. Again, yes. Watch what's going on over by the door and watch what I told you to watch. That is actually someone walking and bending down like that. And and I look for those glitches, and that's where I grab my best photos is in the glitch in there. But it goes, see how it goes black? So that's when I grabbed that. And that's the trophy. That's the fucking trophy. I'm telling you, I've been following those red little things. I call them bones. You guys remember? They're little bones. And I just keep going like this. And that's how I got my pictures. Look. So watch over here how the person is under a white sheet. Over here, the person is under a white sheet and then comes out of the white sheet. Right here. They're hidden under a white sheet and then the person comes out of the white sheet. Watch. See? They're hiding under a white sheet and then they come out of the white sheet. See? Those are children that are being hidden. This is how it is done. Boom. Boom. You're watching that, right? So they're coming out of the sheet, throwing this shit on the ground, whatever they're doing. That is, take a picture. The child's right here. Here, I'll take a picture. That, I mean, I had this in my presentation, but that, this will show you the child coming out. So this is the child. That's a child. And there's the other one I just took. Hold on, I want the other one. Here it is. And here you'll see that it's someone coming out from a white sheet. They're hiding. See, they're hiding. So if you think that there isn't a child there, there's a child there. And then it continues into a flame. But I mean, I like to bring things to the surface so the investigators will be like, oh, yeah, I see that, and maybe I'll investigate it because there's nothing we could do about it. I mean, what are we going to do about it? I mean, to me, he's holding a body. I mean, there's the legs. Like they're so confused here what they're doing. But there's another human that's in his arms. It's right there. So, we could only bring shit to the attention and see how the flame does the same thing for me as the same information as Enon. I just see I see that there's a sacrifice. I see that there's things within these, you know, flames, and it's not that there's things in the flames. These are identical. Like these heads. Like they're not new. Is what I'm telling you. Like this isn't the first time we're seeing this. It's multiple times that this shows up. That's in his flames. That's in the flames. So this is just how you look. And the story is in there. And the story is in black because they wear black. And then there's humans in between, and they're definitely showing little babies and newborns and embryos, like I see, and that's it. And it's not being investigated correctly. This is not being investigated correctly. Because if I'm showing you something in here, images that match up to what I've been showing for 4.5 years. I mean, maybe in the beginning it was like, what the fuck is she talking about? But it's right here. There's the eyeball. So I'm showing you the video because I need you to see it live. There. That's the Summer Moonwells case. Thank you for those ones. So a photo like that, um, again, if the authorities want to line it up with the information they have, I believe this is really insane information. That's what I see. I just might be seeing nothing, but I'll never know until someone comes forward and says, "Yeah, this was the underground. This is what it looked like. This is what they did to the children. This is where they went. This is where they slept. This is where they separated them. This is where they put them, you know, in their separate rooms, and the rooms are separated by plastic. And this is, where they went to dance, where they went to get sold. They went downstairs into tunnels like this. I mean, all I could do is give information that I see to be true. Because maybe someday, somewhere, it will have an impact on where and how they find the children. Maybe one day they'll be standing over, you know, a hole in the ground and be like, wait a minute, wait a minute, this could lead us to something because I see something sticking out of it. I see a string, I see a rope. I would pull the rope. All very familiar. I mean, this is just one of several videos, right? And unfortunately, the end of the day, this is the Summer Wells case, right here, right here. And I'll never understand. I really won't understand how. Put the new one in here. This is ignored. Paste. Nope. Doesn't want to do it. Wait, hold on. Trying to get the pictures up here because I know how I want to leave the screen when I sign off. Here. You know, there's certain things that come across stronger than others during my reads here. This here. This scene here. Copy. Is pretty huge. Whatever this is. This. Whatever they're doing here. Whatever they're doing here. And here. 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 Let me brighten that up. So this here, copy. Let me open it up a bit. This here, whatever this is, and the other photo, these, hit home for the children. These three. These. So before I leave, this is important to say that after an hour and 48 minutes going back to the information, this here and the room, which is in the beginning, this, what you're seeing here, these all fall under the same category. Like, oh, I see the baby face now. I didn't see it before. These all fall in the same category. And where's the room? In these rooms. The room, and this room. So I think what I'm gonna do is maybe match this stuff up to my other pictures that look like these. But this here, these right here are the summer moon wells case. And this here is a better indicator of Summer's story than the one of her in the car. It just is. So on that note, you guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all very much, and thank you for those gifted memberships. It's amazing. And I hope that one day this information um, takes off and other people share it. You could share anything you want from my channel, anything. And please subscribe if you're listening and you haven't, and give those thumbs up on your way out. Thank you, all my beautiful people that always come see me and listen for new information. Um, I'm just going to keep giving you information as I see it. The story is not changing. Their story has been told. This is their story. This. This is their story, you guys. Crazy shit. Thank you all. God bless you all. And I will see you next time. Bye, folks.